do this every Wednesday. I see Tom again. Okay.
One more time, Dom. Where are we? What are we doing?
All right. Every Wednesday. This is not the smartest guys in the room. This is Tom's Thumbs. Every week, new segment we added. We talked about Taylor Swift. He badmouthed Pizza Hut. So every Wednesday we talk Tom's Thumbs. Tom has to give an up or down on something from pop culture, whether he likes it or not. Something that's in the media, he could not know about it. He could know about it, but he has to give us the answer. Thumbs up, thumbs down at the end of the day. So,
hey, does Tom have a competing restaurant or pizzeria against Pizza Hut?
he might. Okay. So today's question, and some of this is how I frame it. So to try to pigeonhole Tom into looking bad or good. So Tom, right now, in today's world, everybody's talking about the price of eggs. Okay, eggs, like they just keep going up. Like I go to the store and my son was home from college and he's eating like 5 eggs a day. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like you're eating too many eggs. So I'm not going to ask you about the price of eggs. That would be too easy for you. I just want to know, what does Tom think about eggs?
Do I like eggs? Is that Tom's Thumbs this week? Like, do I like eggs?
That's it, man. Does Tom like eggs?
Thumbs up. I like, okay. Is that, I don't feel like there's not much to like.
Well, you could have said there, I can't make enough things. I do like them. I eat them in my cakes. They're hard to work with. But a simple, I didn't want to let you just run with the price of eggs. So
I think the price of eggs would have been a better conversation.
It would have been, but then everybody, it's obvious eggs are too expensive. So that's no good. So I just wanted to know in general, does Tom like eggs?
Yeah, I think eggs are a fantastic ingredient, right? Like, and a good food on their own, right? I like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm about to like launch into a recitation of green eggs and ham here. Like, I like eggs deviled. I like them scrambled. I like them sunny side up. I like them, over easy. I like them, in as an ingredient in other things. I like them, as the base for a frittata, or a Spanish tortilla, or as a base for a quiche. I like them in all kinds of things. So yeah, I mean,
see, that was a better answer. Why didn't you come out with that?
Tom Gump on shrimp.
I mean,
Tom on eggs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't really have a strong opinion on eggs. They're just I like them. I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like it's I don't feel like there's a lot of controversy there. Are there a lot of like hardliners on the
I took the controversy away.
Tom, you're lacking passion. I mean, when you talk, usually you're passionate.
Yeah, see, no passion for it. No passion for eggs.
You got him cornered. You got him cornered, Dom.
He came out weak on eggs, Dr. Tachi. Did Tom come out weak on eggs today?
I think he came out bewildered about the topic on eggs. That's what I got bewilderment.
Hey, well, eggs are in pop culture, right?
They are pop culture, and he likes eggs. In fact, speaking pop culture, you guys remember the I don't know what council it was, the Egg Council. They used to do this set of commercials called The Incredible Edible Egg.
Yep.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, no, I remember those.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is definitely pop culture, and it's something that I remember. So, but I think Tom came out on the side of eggs. He was just taken aback.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is, right? Like I said at the beginning here, that there's 3 criteria I think you need to satisfy in order to come out swinging. And Tom's Thumbs is a segment in this show that is designed that Dom, and just to be very clear, Tom's Thumbs was the brainchild of Dom. It was something that he wanted to include because he likes to wind me up and get me to rant about stuff, right? And so he wanted to create a segment that was designed to get me to come out swinging. I said there were 3 criteria that have to be satisfied in order to get me to come out swinging, right? And that is, it has to be something I'm passionate about, has to be something I have a cogent argument for or against, and it has to be something that I'm willing to be challenged on. And it fails right off the bat because I'm not passionate about eggs. They're fine. Like, eggs are fine, they're good. But like, if I don't have eggs for like a week, am I upset about it? No. 2 weeks? Not really. 3 weeks? Meh. You know, like, I don't really think about eggs all that often, other than in the context of sort of the way that they're talked about in pop culture right now in the current environment, because of this avian flu, this strain of avian flu that's going around that has served to drive up egg prices all over the map. So which we don't really know a lot about because of issues at the CDC, right? So like, we don't actually know like exactly what's going on with the avian flu and how far it's spread and what's going. We just see egg prices going up. We sort of see the end effect. We don't really actually know what's going on. So yeah.
You already gave eggs thumbs up. Go on, Swift. What do you want to add?
So, Tom, what you're saying is Dom kind of failed at bringing a real topic.
I mean,
come on, you could
say it. I got a good laugh out of it.
I do think as a Tom's Thumbs topic, it fell short of the mark. I will say that.
Oh, see how polite he was, Dom?
No, but what about my laughs? If on Dom's laughs, I am getting pure joy out of him squirm around, not knowing what to do with such a random topic. So,
I mean, like, okay, but you know, at the end of the day, too, like we're trying to, you know, create something that is helpful, informative, you know, thought-provoking, you know, interesting, educational, fun, entertaining, right? And like, if it's just me going, huh? Like, I don't think that kind of satisfies what we're trying to do here either.
When is it okay to stump Tom? That's the question.
Stump Tom stumps. Yep, stump Tom. No, indifferent. All right, not the smartest guys in the room. When is it okay to come out firing? We haven't heard from Joe or Joe Lonta. So, Joe, when is it okay to come out firing? Do you like eggs? Do you like nostalgia? What do you got for us, my man?
I mean, I gotta say, I like the price of eggs. Sounds odd. Came out firing. Why? Because I don't like getting the bird flu from it. So adding extra test procedures causes a difference in price. That kind of sucks, but I don't like getting sick.
There you go. That's a good take on it. Go on now. That I didn't ask about the price of eggs because I didn't want to get all political and junk like that. So I just wanted to agitate Joe. So coming out firing as a business. Let me look at the bio here. Define the box. Customized customer relationship software. When is it okay in business to come out firing?
I think it's okay to come out firing when the existing information or knowledge is incorrect and your wisdom ends up adding extra value. And if it doesn't add value, maybe it's not your time to come out firing.
Well said. What say you, Tom?
I mean, I think that's fair. I also think that value comes in a lot of different forms, right? So value can be information, it can be education, but it also can be entertainment, right? There is value, inherent value in entertainment, right? Like, as you just talked about, Dom, like, you find value in laughing at the situation that you created by asking me an absurd question for Tom's Thumbs this week. And so like, that entertainment held value to you, right? You enjoyed it. But yeah, I agree with it, but I think, like, bear in mind that value takes a lot of different forms, right? So value is not a set commodity, right? It comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes.
That is true. Okay. And what one person likes, not everybody does. It's risky. People probably came in the room here and said, why the hell are they talking about eggs? I thought, why is this guy?
Because we're
somebody-
not the smartest guys in the room, Dom. That's why we're talking about eggs.
Yeah. Now, I will say, once you got into your frittatas and all that, man, he hit his flow. So, okay. When is Jolanta? When is it okay to come out firing in the photography business? Do you ever have to say, no, I'm going to do it like this, or and I don't care what you think? How's that work?
Dominic, I'm sure Tom could maybe resonate with me that it's kind of never okay. You have to kind of be cautious to one, how you're going to raise your prices, because I know that all too well. I'm trying to be strategic about what does the market say for my value and when is it okay to do so. But as far as the cost of eggs, how am I going to feed a family of 4 people with it being at $6 and same for a meal at McDonald's? Why is that okay that McDonald's costs $25? That's insane. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm with Joe on this one, though. I agree with Joe.
There you go. Well, we only have one egg expert in this room, so I have to go back to Tom for that.
I mean, look, the eggs cost what they cost for a variety of reasons, right? But part of it is the avian flu that's going around, that there has been, as a result of that, there's been a lot of culling of hens who were infected with the flu, right? So like you decrease, when you do that, you decrease supply. And if demand stays the same, price goes up. Prices have been artificially held up over time by businesses because it's one of the sort of golden rules of of sort of capitalistic free market economics is once you raise the price, you never lower the price, right? Once the market has demonstrated that they're willing to pay the price, there's no good reason from a business perspective why you would ever lower that price, right? So you don't lower it, you just keep it up there. And then if supply goes down again and you have to increase the price incrementally, or you have an excuse to increase the price, even if supply hasn't gone down substantially or enough to actually affect the price, if you have a reason for it, if you can justify it to the market, then you can raise the price. So there's a whole lot of sort of moving parts involved in why eggs cost what they cost. But at the end of the day, it comes down to simple, supply and demand economics. If the supply is decreased and the demand remains the same, the price goes up. And that's how we ended up where we are.
All right, there we go. I'm going to change this title to eggs, 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 and more eggs. Okay, Tom, before we get to Phil and Richard, how about a quick show and tell? What do you think?
I think that sounds good, and I appreciate you waiting until I was taking a drink to ask me a question.
I don't look at you. I just care about the audience. Go on. All right, so everybody knows. If you don't know, I've been finishing my basement. You have given me lots of advice on how to be better at construction. So we've been doing sanding. Brian told me cover my vents. That was smart. I've been wearing a mask. Stuff goes in my eyes and stuff like that. My father-in-law, one day, he said, "Where's your goggles?" So I didn't have any goggles. So today, my special show and tell is my goggles that I've been wearing to keep, when I'm sanding down in my basement, to keep, what do you call it? Sand. It's not sand, dust out of my eyes. So less dust. I've been changing furnace. I should have shared my furnace filter because they keep filling up with dust. But so today, all I have for you is my goggles. I listen to you. Other people help me. Thank you very much. So today's show and tell are my goggles.
I mean, I like it. Look, eye safety and eye protection is incredibly important, right? I mean, we've only got, we only have a pair of eyes. They're actually incredibly fragile and easy to damage, especially when it comes to construction work. And it could be anything from just being uncomfortable because you've got, small particulate dust and sort of gunk in your eye, and it feels itchy and scratchy, in your eye, to, you're standing overhead and something falls and it hits your eye. It could easily damage your eye. It could scratch your eye. There's all kinds of things that could go wrong. So I'm a big fan of eye safety, of safety equipment in general. Like, as you know, from the discussions we've had about wearing helmets, like I always wear a helmet. Probably going skiing on Friday, I will have my helmet on all day. I always wear a helmet when I'm on my bike. Wearing a helmet likely saved my life when I had an accident a couple of years ago, or at least my quality of life. There's no doubt that I would have had a traumatic brain injury of some stripe if I had not been wearing a helmet, because of how I hit the ground. So yeah, I'm a big fan of safety equipment, and I know I definitely wasn't when I was a kid. When I was younger, I was not, right. Like I used to, my mom bought a helmet for me for my bike, and I used to wear it until I was out of sight, and then I would take it off and put it on the handlebars and ride without it. So yeah, I was not always a fan. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you finding value in the safety equipment that you're wearing. Glad your father-in-law is pointing you in the right direction and saying, hey, you're talking about getting stuff in your eyes. How about you put something in front of your eyes so you stop getting stuff in it? And then the only other thing I'd say is also, if you want to see what you're doing, you should probably give those goggles a little clean. There you go. There you go. Knock off some of the dust, right? Give them a little wipe down. I'm glad to see that the dust is on the outside of the goggles. That tells me you've been wearing them correctly, right? You were able to wipe that off, which says that you were actually wearing them and not just, they weren't just hanging out and getting dusty. So yeah, so good for you. I'm glad you did.
Hey, thank you. I will tell you, one day I'm hammering, and a nail flew up and hit me in the eye. How the hell does that even happen? Okay, when is it okay to come out firing? I'm going to get a last word from Richard, Phil, Jolanta, Jason. Give me 30 seconds, no more, and then we're going to get to Tom for a wrap up. Richard, when is it okay to come out firing? What do you got for me? A final thought?
Hey, my friend. Well, 11% of 2025 is done. So if you want to accelerate faster, I'd say come out firing now and double down on the fundamentals. Make the most of the 25. Let's go.
Hey, love it, brother. Thank you. Phil Hill, my friend Phil Hill. I'll see you at Creative Con next week. What do you got, Phil Hill? When is it okay to come out firing?
Well, first of all, I think he summons me in the room on eggs, because while I clicked in, the topic was eggs, and I'm cooking eggs for protein on my skillet. So, hey, it must be something that called me in here. But Dom,
so do eggs get a thumbs up from you, Phil Hill?
Eggs every day for sure. Hey, I'm coming out firing on you, Dom, because if you don't wear those safety goggles and you don't put a mask on and you don't play these safety tricks right, how am I going to see you in Chicago next week? That's what I'm fired on.
All right, we'll take it. Jolanta, go on. Jolanta, what do you got? We'll see you, Phil. Jolanta.
I'm kind of with Tom on this one. Remembering your value, trying to stay competitive ahead of the curve, and how you could still have a good business if you know how to compete with the rest of your target audience out there. So how do you position yourself out there would help you stay longer. And catch Dom and I tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. I get to interview Dom on my IG. So I'm looking forward, and as one of the sponsors for Creative Con, I will see you all next week.
That's right. Jolanta at 2:00 tomorrow on her hot seat. Joe, what do you got? Final thought on coming out hot. 3, 2, 1. All right, Jason, final thought on coming out hot.
When should you come out hot? When they're stepping on their foot and they're not pulling their foot off of yours, and they're hearing you say, "Get off my foot." Yeah, come out swinging.
Okay. Go on, Brian.
Well, we'll take a different spin on this from a business perspective. I think sometimes coming out hot is about coming out passionate about your beliefs and your business and what you have to offer and whatnot. So seeing there's 11% done, our year's 11% behind us. I agree that, the best time to come out hot would have been January 1st. the second best time is today. So I hope everybody comes out hot and passionate about your business. And I too will see everybody at CreatorCon. So spread the word. We'll spread the word. We want to get more people there, post about it, and you guys have a blessed day today.
Right on, Brian P. Swift. Dr. Tachi, and not only Pizza Hut topics, when is it okay to come out hot? Oh no, Dr. Tachi, you there? 3, 2, 1. Okay, Tom, I have talked enough today. You've seen my glasses. I agitated with eggs, the generality of egg. So it is for you to figure it all out and wrap this show up. What do you got for us?
All right. So, we're talking about coming out hot and when is it okay? What we didn't really talk about today was, is it a good idea? Right. And I think the answer to that can be yes. Right. If you're coming out hot, coming out swinging, coming in hot, coming out swinging, I think is the right way to say that. But anyway, I think it can be if, you manage to do a couple of things right. And that is to basically satisfy your version, right? I'm not saying the criteria that I laid out at the beginning are not the only criteria or the only way to approach it, but whatever your version of those criteria are, I think if you can satisfy them, if it's a topic that you're passionate about, if it is something that you have a cogent argument in support of, and something that you're willing to be challenged on, right, then I think you should come out swinging. And the reason why I think you should is because I believe the benefits outweigh the risks, even in a business sense, even in a business context. Too often businesses try to be everything to everyone, and in the process, they end up being nothing to no one. Right? No one cares about them. No one feels passionately about them because they try to equivocate on everything. And it doesn't serve them well. But businesses that don't, businesses that lead with their values, that are transparent about their brand values and where they stand on subjects, whether it's political, social, whatever the case may be, tend to reap pretty good benefits from that. And I'm just going to list off what I think are some of the bigger benefits that you can derive from that kind of approach if you are a business, right? You can create a very loyal customer base. If your customers know what your values are and share those values with you, they will be loyal to you. Which, that loyal customer base will lead to increased sales and engagement for your business. You can generate, depending on how controversial you want to be, you can generate some free publicity, some earned media coverage of you and your brand and your business. That can have value to it. It helps you establish a strong brand identity. If people know who you are and what you stand for, they're more likely to be able to make a decision about whether or not they want to support you, whether or not it feels good to support your business, which is crucial in brand success. It helps you build community around your brand. It increases transparency and trust with your audience. It can increase repeat business and subscription growth and word of mouth marketing for your business. It can help you differentiate yourself if you're in a crowded marketplace where there's a lot of other competitors that do similar things to what you do. Your particular approach, it can really be a good differentiator for you. As you like to say, Dom, you are the best you in the world, right? And then finally, at the end of the day, it helps your bottom line, right? As a brand, as a business, to be transparent about your values, to wear your values on your sleeve, to be open and vocal in defense of your values, to come out swinging when it matters, can really be beneficial for a brand or for a business. So I would say if you're passionate about it, if you have a cogent argument for it, and you're okay being challenged on that topic, then come out swinging, come out hot, come in hot. I'm here for it. So that's all I got for this week. Appreciate you guys very much. Love all you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of Not the Smartest Guys in the Room. For Dom, I'm Tom. We're here every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we will see you next week. until then, have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. We appreciate all of you. We love you. And we can't wait to see you again soon. Maybe Dom will have a better topic for Tom's Thumbs next week. Who knows? Or maybe we'll just talk about how much I like to eat eggs again. We'll see. Until then, have a good one. Love you. Bye-bye.